Hi, myself V. Venkat Chaudhary from Narayana Junior Colleges from Edpugallu campus. Here I want to discuss reflection and diffraction proofs using Huygens theory. Before getting into the discussion, I want to give two important points. The first one is the rays are always perpendicular to the wavefronts, whether it is spherical or planar. Whether it is spherical or planar, the rays are always perpendicular to the wavefronts. And the second is the time taken by two rays to reach from one wavefront to another wavefront is always same time. So after I want to prove reflection using Huygens theory. Consider this as a reflecting surface and consider this as a reflecting surface and it is a wavefront, planar wavefront consisting of two rays such that these two rays are perpendicular to the rays as the first, namely A and B. Consider this is normal at the point A. Now, as the first ray incidents, it reflects. We know that this angle is I, so it becomes 90 minus I as it is perpendicular. We know that if it is normal and this is incident ray, this angle is I, then this angle becomes 90 minus I. Consider this angle to be x. So that we sum of all these angles is equal to linear angle. So x plus 90 minus I plus 90 minus I is equal to 180. 90 plus 90 equal to 180 plus minus I. We get x is equal to I degree. So here this x is equal to I. Now consider the second ray. It also incidents. Consider this to be normal and reflects. And reflects. Here this angle is equal to R. We know that here this and these two rays are reflected rays. So by joining these we have to get a reflected wavefront. This is reflected wavefront. And this is incident wavefront. Name this as A dash and it as B dash. Here this angle is 90 degrees because it is the angle between ray and wavefront. Then this angle becomes 90 minus R and this angle becomes 90 minus R. As proved before, this angle becomes R. So here A dash. It is the distance covered by the first ray after reflection to reach reflected wavefront. And B dash. It is also distance covered by the second ray to reach reflected wavefront from incident wavefront. Hence, as I said before, these two take same time to reach reflected wavefront. And these two rays are in same medium, so they have common velocity c. So we can write A dash is equal to c into t and B dash is equal to c into t. So from these two we give that A dash is equal to B dash. Here we get two triangles A dash B, A dash B dash, and triangle A B dash, A B B dash. In these two triangles, these angles are 90 degrees. That means angle B equal to angle A dash is equal to 90 degrees, and A B dash is common side. A B dash is common side, and A dash is equal to B dash, as we proved before. So by right angle hypotenuse side criterion, these two triangles are congruent. So angle I equal to angle R. Here we proved the law of reflection. So the refraction is verified from Huygens theory. Now I want to prove second one. Now I want to prove refraction from Huygens theory. Consider this as a refracting surface, and refractive index of first medium is nu1 and second medium is nu2, and the velocity of rays in first medium is c1 and second medium is c2. Then consider this as a wavefront consisting of two rays. Consider this as normal. We know that this angle is I, as I previously proved, then this angle also becomes I. Now, as the ray incidents, it refracts. Now getting into the second ray, it also incidents. Consider this as normal and refracts. Here, these two rays are refracted rays. So by joining these two, we get a refracted wavefront. We get a refracted wavefront, and this is incident wavefront. So name it as A and B, and it has A dash and B dash. We know that this angle is R and it is perpendicular to wavefront. So this angle becomes 90 minus R and this angle becomes 90 minus R. So this angle becomes R finally. So here we observe that A dash is distance covered by the first light ray to reach refracted wavefront, and B dash is also distance covered by the second ray from incident wavefront to reach refracted wavefront. So they travel in same time. But here the difference is it has different, both rays have different velocities. So we can write as A dash is equal to C2 into T, B dash is equal to C1 into T. Here sin I is B dash by AB dash. Sin I equal to B dash by AB dash. Sin R is equal to A dash by AB dash. So sin I by sin R is equal to B dash by A dash, which is equal to C1 by C2. We know that velocity of a light in a medium is inversely proportional to its refractive index. So C1 by C2 is equal to nu2 by nu1. Finally, we proved that nu1 sin I is equal to nu2 sin R, which we call as Snell's law. By proving Snell's law, we have proved refraction. Thank you.